Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Aintree. Today is the 20th of July and it is the day of our 10k race. So we've got Becky here, Emma's hiding there somewhere. The half marathon race has just kicked off. We watched the end of the top flight 5k, which was a pretty good finish. There was a couple of people I noticed slowing down before the line to check the watch. I won't be doing that today. So the rain is just starting, so I'm hiding underneath the car a little bit. Gonna get my number on. I've got my very AC race vest on. Gonna go and do a proper warm up, get myself all set, do some stretches, do some strides, get the camera on my head, and we're gonna go for it. So wish me luck. These guys are just gonna be, well, Becky's gonna be running easy. Emma's going for 110.
1:08 to 1:12.
1:08 to 1:12, so that's 110. So Becky's going to be pacing Emma around, and yeah, we'll see how we get on. Right, see you in a bit. I'm all warmed up, just heading down to the start now. The warm-up didn't feel great, if I'm honest, but fingers crossed it all comes off, and we'll see you at the end.
Come on, Desert! Come on, Desert! Come on, Desert!
You won't believe this, guys. Oh, that was hard. Oh, I am dead. I'm going to sit down. Catch up with you when I get my breath back. Okay, so it's now the next day because I feel like I had to process that one a little bit. That's probably the hardest I've ever run in my life, I think it's fair to say. The conditions were quite humid, and I thought it'd be okay because there was a bit of a breeze, and when we were on the infield of the track, the breeze was actually quite nice. It felt okay. Yeah. But then as we sort of, the track, or the route left the main track, you know, the racecourse track, and then went along a road and then turned left to go back into the racecourse grounds. And at that point there was quite high fences on the right hand side of us, and that blocked all of the wind, and it meant that there was just no airflow whatsoever. It was so humid in that bit that yeah, I was overheating quite a lot on both laps. Now, as for the run, I set out with the 50-minute pacer in view in front of me, and I dropped back a little bit and caught them back up a little bit, and you know, sort of toed and froed a little bit, but I never actually lost sight of that 50-minute pacer throughout the whole run. As we got towards the end, I thought that it was possible that I might be able to catch him, and I was running with absolutely everything that I had, and I couldn't catch him. I was about 20 seconds behind them, and I wasn't sure whether that meant that I'd actually managed to hit 50 minutes or not. My watch did say just under 50 minutes at the finish line, and then I had a bit of an anxious waiting for the official results to come through, because I had the 50-minute pacer had finished in front of me, and it turned out that the 50-minute pacer was running to gun time rather than chip time. And so the good news is I got a 49-minute 57-second PB,
and there was much rejoicing,
which is, yeah, unexpected. I thought that 51 minutes would be a really good time, especially after the warm-up. The warm-up felt horrible. My legs felt like they were made out of wood. I was breathing heavily. I felt really warm, and I didn't think I had it in me, and it was probably just race nerves and anticipation. But yeah, it worked. It paid off. I did have to walk a couple of times, I will not lie. I walked at the water station while I got some water in, because I was breathing so heavily. I wouldn't have been able to get the water in, because I think I probably would have inhaled some of it. I walked again out on the road section, and then once more about 800 or 900 meters from the end. But on those walks, I tried to keep it to the minimum time possible, so I wasn't even giving it long enough for my heart rate to come down. I was walking for sort of 15 seconds or so, and then I was just setting off just a little bit slower than when I stopped, in the idea being that my heart rate would still respond and the heart rate would come back down, and it did. It seemed to work. But yeah, it was tough, I'm not going to lie, but I'm happy with the result. Becky ran with Emma.
I did.
They were chasing a time of between 68 and 72 minutes. And you came in 72 minutes and 72 minutes and 10 seconds. So just missed the goal. However, Emma ran a 74-minute time at the Great Manchester Run only 8 weeks ago. So she's knocked another 2 minutes off that, which you can't really grumble with, knocking 2 minutes off a 10k. I know I've knocked, my time was a 6 minutes off my 10k time, but I set that 10k PB 12 months ago. And in actual fact, the first time we ran that time, because we did it twice, was 18 months ago, and then I got injured before we started this channel. So I've had a lot of quality training in that time and just haven't raced a 10k effort in that time. Race wise, the next one up on my calendar is the Mid Cheshire 5k. Becky is probably not going to be running that at the minute, just because it's a very fast, very intensive race. There's a high caliber of runner there, and we think that trying to run a race like that is probably going to wipe you out, isn't it?
Yeah, and I just don't feel trained enough for it.
Yeah, she's not had a chance to be able to train properly for a race like that, so she's going to sit that one out and probably record it from the sidelines. And then after that, I think we've got... Oh, Blackpool was actually before that, so we'll be going to the Blackpool Run the Lights as well in August, which is another 10k. I don't think I will be racing that one. I'm pacing the Bury 10k. I will be pacing hopefully 60 minutes. So the Blackpool run I'm going to treat as a practice run for pacing that time, trying to get as close as I can to the 60 minutes. Becky's going to be pacing 70 minutes at the Bury 10k as well, so looking forward to that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right, so thanks very much for watching, guys. This one's been a bit of a tough one, and it was, I'll be honest, I had a little bit of anxiety going into that race because I put myself a little bit under pressure. I knew I would get a PB, but I wasn't sure what I was capable of, and it turns out I was capable of way more than I expected. Shout out to Craig, actually. He's the only person who said I could get a sub 50. So Craig Whale from the Running Whale, he's the only person that said he thought I could get a sub 50. I had my doubts, but we pulled it off. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Appreciate all the support. Click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you find out when we upload new content. If you like this, give us a like, drop us a comment, let us know what you like and what you want to see on the channel, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.